Aloha, this is Momi with Rise and Thrive Publishing. We are working on, or in this video, we are working on habit number 11. But before I start, it is about 8:30 at night, and that's the best time for me to record. But my neighbor's dog is crying and is whimpering. I don't know why. So apologize for that. Um, let's just dig in. Habit 11, evoke your internal flame of power. Okay, what exactly does that mean? Let us read this section here. Oops, that was messy. To get an idea of what we mean here by evoke your internal flame of power. All right, so the heart of any fire is in its center, at its core, where it burns the hottest. Discover who you are at your core, and then you will evoke your internal flame of power. Okay, so let's do that. Let's dig into exactly who we are. Now, that isn't easy, and you may need to pause the video for a little bit to think about these questions. Now, remember I said in the other videos that I've used this book numerous of times already, and I still sometimes have to be like, okay, who am I? Because if someone asks me who I am, I'll start talking about the things that I do, for my husband or my kids or the grandkids. And I mean, it's not like I'm some awesome saint, because I'm not, but I do focus a lot on trying to help. And it's not because, well, I don't think it is anyway, because I just want to get some kind of reward or award or whatever. I just think it feels good to be able to know that you're helping and you're not just taking, air, right, from this world, right? You're actually helping someone else. But anyway, so just as the core of any fire is at its center, so is sort of the core of you, right? And so again, let's dig into that. Let's read this section right here by Lao Tzu. And I think he was just like a philosopher, a wise man. I can't remember. Like a shaman, I think. But don't quote me on that. Anyway, he said, because one believes in oneself, one doesn't try to convince others. Because one is content with oneself, one doesn't need others' approval. Because one accepts oneself, the whole world accepts him or her. I think this line is super, super, super important, because it's hard when you don't love yourself, you don't give off the right vibe. And so the world has a hard time, sort of accepting or getting your vibe, because not even you can accept yourself. So it's important to know who you are so that you can evoke your internal flame of power, and then others can see that too. Okay, let's say that again, right? Evoke your internal flame of power. Know who you are. Accept yourself. So the world can what? Accept you. Okay. Now, let's answer this question. Okay? Or these sets of questions, but let's read this direction. All right, you're going to answer the following questions about yourself. Then write a statement about who you are. The statement is going to start like this. I am a blank person who loves blank. Okay, but before you can write this statement, you have to answer these questions. Okay. What do you value? I value people who help other people, who don't take advantage of other people. I value that in me, but I really value truth. And so I'm going to put that here, but be thinking about yourself, right? And pause the video if you're not sure and you want to follow along. What do you value? What is it that you're looking for in someone or something else, or in your conversations or situations, or, what are you looking for? Is it mystery? Is it mystique? Is it, you know, sex appeal? What are you looking for, right? For me, I know I value the truth. And the reason why I say truth is because I know for me, I like to think about things. And it's hard to think about things when you're not sure, when you don't have the facts, right? When you don't have the truth. And so maybe I should put here too, facts. Because I like knowing things, but not just for the sake of knowing things, but for the sake of making better decisions. And so you value truth and facts, and or for me anyway. So I ask you, what is it that you value? Think about it. And now write it down. And remember, you can pause the video if you really need to think about it, because I've had time to prepare. Even though I've done this video done this book, completed this book multiple times. Okay, so let's move on. What do your friends think you value? Okay, so just a FYI about me, I have a hard time complimenting myself or accepting compliments. And to even think something positive about me, it doesn't come 100% naturally. Like I have like this feeling of like, oh, it's a discomfort, and I have to work through it. But I thought about this again, and I hope that my friends think that I value accomplishing, like lofty goals, doing the best I can. And I hope that they think I value being truthful. But I do know that they know I don't really value being on time, or not worrying about being a flake. Because when it comes to going out and just like I'm not good at just the socializing, so I don't really, well, anyway, I suck at that. Maybe that's something I need to work on. Okay, what is it that your friends think you value? Write that down. Okay, what are 3 of your strengths? Okay, so for me, I try really, really hard to seek transparency, or to be transparent, because I feel like the only way you can, work together, be in a relationship, accomplish things, is if you know all the facts and the truth, and you are transparent about them. And I also think that I am willing to reflect. That's another strength. And then I also think that I'm willing to go the distance, even when it's uncomfortable, if I believe that it's the right thing and it's going to help someone else. Now, my kids and my husband may disagree, but I really believe those are my strengths. Okay, what are your strengths? Write that down. Okay, what do you hope is said about you on your deathbed? I hope that, people say that I was caring, and that I was genuine, and that I tried my best to help other people. And I know that you don't have to earn your spot in heaven, but my husband and I always joke around that, we know we're going to be in heaven, but we don't want the shack a couple streets over. We want the mansion right near Jesus. So I just hope that people think that I did try to help. I wasn't a faker. I was pretty genuine, and I cared. I already know people are not going to say that I'm fun. What about you? What do you hope people say? Write that down. Okay. How do you spend your free time? I actually love designing these types of books and activities. When I first started my job as a or career, I guess I should say, as an instructor, I would stay up for hours and hours and hours creating lesson plans, and then I would, you know, sort of teach, quote unquote, my children, and they would, yeah, my kids would always be like, stop already with the teaching. We're not your students. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you're my kids. I'm supposed to teach you. But anyway, how do you spend your free time? Like, I like the creating. I like the writing, even though I'm not that great of a writer. I like the writing. I think I'm more like, I don't like the, you know, the trugging along when you're actually writing, but I like it when it starts to come alive and it makes sense. I love that piece. I like gardening. I've been focused on it, you know, just kind of getting a little better and a little better and more consistent. I would say for maybe 2 years. I'm still not great at it, but I can actually see tomatoes. I've eaten tomatoes, papayas, basil, cilantro, chives. Um, oh, I grafted them. Like I dug out a seed from a mango, and then I wrapped it. Well, anyway, you don't need to know all that. But I actually have a tree, a mango tree that's 2 foot high, that was from a seed that I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know what the term is, but that I planted and is now growing. I also like to hang out with my husband during some of my free time, and then some of my free time with the grandkids. Just trying to contribute positively to their lives. What about you? How do you spend your free time? Oh, and sometimes I like sleeping. I mean, I just like to lay down and sleep. Um, well, I guess you would sleep laying down, right? But anyway. Okay, so now we're here. I am a, okay, what am I? So I'm not going to write it out, but I am a genuine person who loves being helpful. Now, I don't necessarily need to be helpful, because if someone doesn't need me, then I don't need to be needed. But if someone does, I like being there to help. And I guess before, in my younger days, it would be sort of that need to please or inability to say no. But I've gotten way better at that. But at the same time, I still like being helpful. And I love learning things. So I am a genuine person who loves to help and loves to learn. All right, what about you? So I hope that this helped you. Habit 11, evoke your internal flame of power. If got some kind of epiphany about yourself, or you want to share anything really from just based on the discussion that we just had, or I guess maybe I shouldn't call it discussion. But anyway, if you want to share anything, please do put it in the description or in the comments. And I would love, 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 and appreciate seeing comments back and forth. That would be very cool. Anyway, thank you, and I will be back with you for habit number 12. Aloha.